Do you think we have any equivalent in the UK? Like, cause I don't want us to, even though obviously we love music, we can talk about what we want to talk about, but I don't want us to ever like get too focused on the US. But like, do we have our equivalent like front runners who've been doing it for like 10 years, 15 years over here?
In what? In music general or in
our equivalent would be like in our scene. So whether it's like
Kano.
grime, rap, whatever, just UK urban music. As much as I hate the term, but UK urban music, the Negroes.
So what, like on a Mount Rushmore type of
Yeah,
vibe?
on like a.
Who is our like Mount Rushmore?
Who's our one? Wiley.
Would you put him up there? Yeah.
100. We can't
Yeah,
not.
true.
It's just a life. You don't, innit? Do you know what I mean?
You have to put him there.
Yeah. Big Smoke, Skeppy,
Fair, Skepta,
Yeah.
Gets,
Gets, yeah, Kano.
Kano.
definitely.
Would we put Wretch in there?
Yeah, just you can't downplay the lyrical ability.
No,
His
but
albums have been good to me.
But you know, I'll say this. No, I think his projects are amazing. But one thing I'll say is, if we're talking like a Mount Rushmore kind of thing, it's got to be a limited amount because we're going to end up saying all the legends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, but if there was that to be, how do you even 5 or 4?
But I will start cutting them because
Yeah,
the ones we're
five.
saying are like
Is there 5?
Wiley's a pillar,
Yeah, Wiley-
regardless of all the other stuff.
Yeah, Wiley would have to
pillar,
stay regardless,
but then
yeah.
Gets to be a pillar because he ticks all the like stage show done, radio sets, been in the game for long, longevity wise, and has grown and shown like levels, and then the projects have been up to par. Kano for me will get that because the last 2 projects, arguably some of the best projects from someone of his generation.
Dizzy would have to be in
aging
there.
well. Okay, cool. Dizzy would have to be in as a pillar.
If you got in a Mount Rushmore, you had to have the Wiley,
But
you had to
then-
have Dizzy. You couldn't not.
But okay,
No.
but is Dizzy aging?
How?
Is
I
Dizzy
wouldn't.
aging well as well as like Gets and Kano are?
You have to.
Of
You
course
have to
not.
have. You have to have like long lasting impact music wise for me to put you up there.
And we need something. We need to say something else other than Mount Rushmore. We need to think of something, man.
That's what we got right
let's
now.
think of something, man.
Like, I'm only thinking in terms of that because you're gonna have to pick the people that made the most impact when they made an impact.
But
Do you know
then,
what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
do you know, it's
what,
right.
what else?
You can't
since?
ignore boy in the
Because
corner.
we're not talking about right who's stood the test of time. It's who made the impact, innit? Do you get me?
But what would you rather?
I'd
Someone
rather-
someone that has made an impact the first time, or someone that has managed to stand the test of time, like transcend 2 generations because
But you know,
he's
it's-
old enough to do so.
what I'd rather and what I'd say would hold that status are 2 different things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sort of person I'd say I might like this, but I know that this person probably
Because-
deserves it more.
How I see it, yeah. Someone like Kano has transcended 2 generations. So like when I was growing up, Home Sweet Home came out and it did a crazy thing, yeah. And it was a great album. 2020 he drops was it 2020 or 2019? His last album.
2019.
2018, 2019.
And the impact has been just as
But then
It's good.
But if we're gonna get actual, he also dropped Method to the Madness, which wasn't received at all.
And one of the media songs out of everybody, Rock and Roller. That he will never perform that song in his set.
yeah,
list.
of course.
Horrible
but
song.
But in anyone's
And London
long-lasting
Town as well.
career, there's been
So that means
questionable.
But what
within
H
that.
is kind of saying is that if we're given, because obviously Kano's is maybe has recency bias because the last 2 projects have been cold.
That's in the
And-
past 4 years.
For 4 years. But
We're
we
talking about
also
a
we
20-year
also allowed
span.
him that little period of not necessarily being with us and it going really well. Kind of maybe we got to allow that for Dizzy because if he then decides to strip it back and come back and because I see the photo of him in studio with Gets and Kano, we ain't got all that music yet. If he decides to come back to hear whatever here feels like or what home feels like to us, and goes all the way there and doesn't care about being super pop and just having a good solid project, and he gives us good music, he's back in the conversation. Because if we're saying the same thing, because Kano definitely had a little questionable period.
But then I could be like,
Where he
alright,
didn't- he
it's
didn't-
3-1 to Kano in terms of album-wise.
That's fair, yeah. I can't argue with that.
So then it's like, Kano can bring the
Actually,
culture
wait,
to
wait,
Royal
hold on.
Album.
What's is it Tongue in Cheek?
Tongue in cheek.
The independent album.
Yeah, that was what was it the 3rd one?
Unadulterated pop music. I don't care. I'm putting it up there, bro.
No, bro.
On your own,
no.
bro. That's
No,
the.
but-
No one, no,
But this is
like,
what I'm saying. Now the conversation's changed.
yeah,
You see what I'm
because,
saying?
because we're doing the
No,
number
because
one
he
thing,
was
innit?
saying 3-1, and I'm assuming that
In
he's
terms
one.
of-
He's
in
one
terms
for
of
Dizzy.
great
Would
albums,
be going
great
across.
album, in terms of great albums.
But then I'm saying the conversation is now like digressed from the Mount Rushmore.
But
to who
this
has
is
better
off the cuff, we
albums
always
to-
digress.
No, I'm just saying, innit? Just to hold on to my point, innit?
Okay.
That what I'd prefer and what I think people have done and the impact they've had. To get me, you can have plenty of cold albums, but the moment you had here sparked all of this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more
Like-
it's based on the criteria to be on that Mount Rushmore. it's criteria based. What are we judging it off?
Okay, what do you judge it off for your rap, Mount Rushmore? And we can all talk about what we judge. What our criteria is.
Mount Rushmore for me is that you can produce two or more good projects and stand the test of time rather than just having that one moment.
Okay. Anything else?
Wiley's an exception because he created a scene, innit? Because like I can't tell you like, oh yeah, like I can't reference a great
Wiley project.
Playtime's over.
Then none of these projects are great.
No, Playtime's over. Don't me standing. I
remember the artwork
in a park.
I remember the artwork.
Yeah, it's got that's got gangsters on there 50-50. If go back and listen to it.
I feel like there's 3 songs on it that you think bang.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 songs.
Gangsters. That was hard. Yeah.
But I don't think
is Bowie free on there? Bowie free. No, Bowie free.
Was that? Is
that
that project after? I think it was.
that was one. I think that was one of the tunnel visions, which she had plenty of.
Yeah.
But then like, for me, I wouldn't say that.
So is that then your criteria?
Oh, yeah, no, you're
Yeah, that's my criteria.
Okay, cool. Go on, H.
See, I wouldn't put it on that because I look at the impact that they've made and what they've done. Do you know what I mean? For example, the same way that obviously the equivalent is that a Biggie Smalls would be on a Mount Rushmore for rap. Do you see what I'm saying? But he hasn't got the span or to match the criteria.
But he's not. He didn't get to live it out, don't it?
But it's just a fact, though.
Of course,
you see what I'm saying? He
like,
still hasn't got it.
Juicy is like one of the best hip hop singles ever made.
Yeah.
Which can still be played today and people will know it word for word, which is hard to do. So like, from when your impact lasts, it's like,
all right,
cool,
so you're
like,
telling
he
me
only had the opportunity.
You're telling me if Fix Up Look Sharp came on right now, you wouldn't know the words. Everyone in this room wouldn't know the words.
Yeah, but he's had the opportunity to
just on that regard.
Yeah, on that regard. But Biggie never had
Pamming.
But Biggie never had the opportunity to like, you know, go on from there, innit?
But it didn't happen.
He died, didn't
Bruv, but it
Dizzy
didn't
didn't
happen.
die. He had the opportunity countless times,
But
and
the fact
he gave us
remains,
bonkers.
They've still got the same shit.
You don't like bonkers. I'm gonna be honest. There's certain
If
like.
I'm out on a date, and then
What's wrong with Calvin Harris?
Get away from the bar.
Like-
Dance with me.
Bro, man, burnt Calvin Harris. Come on, blood.
Man, bust Calvin Harris. Are you crazy, bro?
Serious.
Alright,
Come on, cuz.
cool.
These are things. Do you get me?
Culture. You get me?
Like you got to like. For me,
I feel you.
There's too much like big things. Like he's the first one.
Yeah. Which is why he gets so upset when he doesn't get like he's not headline Glastonbury before, has he?
I don't think he has.
And it seemed a bit salty when I think he said it before Stormzy did that headline. I remember seeing the interview and he's referenced it again. It's like
That was before Bane, innit?
Yeah, that was for Bane. But when you really check it, Donny was like one of the biggest things in the country at least one
He
point.
was the biggest thing in the country
and
that
didn't-
one
and-
year.
and never got it. So
But
it's weird.
But
He won the Brit Award though.
Even saying that, even though as recent as years, I'd put Storms in it as well.
Fair. I'm not mad at that.
I couldn't not. Do you know what I mean? Based on impact, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't put.
Are they not on the baby Mount Rushmore? Or
Man's
they-
the baby one.
Bro,
They're
I love it
junior
because
belt.
we're getting here, there, and everywhere, bro.
Like for example, Storms has done things already that are already monumental. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
no matter
mark
what
the moment
happens,
in time, yeah.
do you get me? These things are solidified. Do you get me? Like it doesn't matter what anyone does next. He's already made history in ways that people haven't. So that impact alone, he can go on to make trash projects. Like he can make another 10 trash projects, and it wouldn't change everything he's done up to now.
10.
Nah, man.
Even I have ridiculous shots. 10.
The thing is,
Do you know what? Yeah, after 10 projects,
bro, the
yeah,
bro's
10.
wearing a fucking Banksy bulletproof vest, bro. That you can't take.
I hear
that
that. Put that photo in a museum, innit? That's Banksy's thing, innit? Yeah. That's Banksy's achievement.
I like it,
right?
but man's like me,
Yeah.
that's cool and all that. But
10 will dissolve everything. 10 trash projects, yeah, will dissolve everything you've done musically, like
Nah.
by the 5th project.
It won't, bruv. It won't.
How many times are you gonna fucking go in the studio and create trash?
yeah.
Not me.
I'm not so sure you.
Just clarity.
Yeah, just
So you're
for
telling me, so
clarification.
like, obviously 10 albums, yeah, I would assume that it would span over a decade.
But man
You've been
could
telling me that you've been producing trash for a
And it wouldn't
decade.
be, there'd probably be like a year and a half, 2 year gaps.
This is-
and the
this
longer
is
it's
it.
left as well, no, like we'll rub at your legacy. I'm sorry, bro.
It wouldn't, bro.
That's probably
Fam, like-
that's what it is.
You know what it is?
I'll shoot you some bell.
I'll tell you
That's
right now,
probably
yeah.
the one mistake, one thing you've said in about 4 or 5 years.
No.
So that's a testament to you. but
you
that's
know why?
a wild
You know
shout.
why? Do you know why it won't? Because the moment that person passes away, everyone's gonna only remember the amazing things they did.
But you also did trash.
No, but that's not being spoken about.
Nah, I'm going to speak about it.
Yeah, but the masses won't.
Dead or not.
We the streets over here.
The masses ain't gonna do that, bro. You're gonna remember that moment of
Yeah.
right, they've done this. They're gonna celebrate their life, innit? And you'll celebrate the wins. So even though you had, all right, cool, he was around for 10 years, but when he died, what did he achieve? Then, but like, remember that time he did this? Not
Yeah.
right, he was consistent. No one ever died, man. Like, he was consistent.
But the thing
bro.
is that like you'll be forgotten about, you know, like
yeah, if you're just consistent, but if you make history,
because there's
bro,
artists out here, yeah, that are still producing and no one will bat an eyelid, regardless of how great they may have been in their introduction. Because like, because I'm used to you being trash now, I'm not gonna look forward to any project that you now release.
Yeah, you're fighting against a massive time.
So you've produced 10 trash albums and you want me to wait for the 11th one?
Yeah, no. Myth.
I've been a fool for waiting for the 5th one after 4 fucking trash.
Fool me once, fool me twice. So not one, not two, but thousands.
And you know what? On top of that, yeah, but not a lot of people have a lot of good albums, bro.
So when we talk about over here, because I think you gave a criteria as well.
But you said trash.
Because you gave a criteria, H gave a criteria. Mine is, do you have an album that marks a moment in time? And it's a little bit unfair because our scene is a lot younger, innit? But do you have an album that marks a moment in time? Longevity,
Hits.
What's your stage presence and performance like? What's your live show like? That's very important for me.
See that? I can hear you still. Go on.
Dizzy's
Of
anyway.
recent isn't great. And then if we're gonna do like the super, like, nerdy one for grime and that, do you tick all the boxes in regards to, okay, cool, you can shell out Eskimo, you shell out radio, and then that's why someone like for me for Gets is total package in it. So mine would be Gets has to be in there. I put Skeppy in there just because Donnie knows how to reinvent himself and he has that good music in it.
That's like a longevity
No,
merchant right there.
Yeah.
No, Skepta is a definite. I think Skepta is a definite.
Like
bro.
he's reinvented himself a couple times.
Also, bruv, Skepta's done.
He's done it all.
Monumental things.
Yeah.
Bro, he's done everything.
Besides, you get Storm's argument like,
And he produces
Bro.
smash records.
I couldn't say anything that Skepta hasn't done, bruv. Like in terms of like the journey, and he's been consistent. He hasn't like stopped, or there hasn't been like a hiatus that was so vivid where with a lot of people. Remember, man grew up listening to these Reds, so you'll think to yourself, he's a man he's done everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's made the pop tunes, he's made the road tunes, he's had the hits, he's had the free. You know what I'm saying,
What was
bro?
the banger that he had with Gigs?
look out, that's an anthem. Yeah. And you had the Killer Khan in the background. SN1,
floral.
no, my T again. Looking like a G again. That's when Vans was fucking with Gigs.
Skippy, I can hear that for Skippy
Yeah.
still. I think he's a definite, bro. Wiley, definite. Skepta, definite, bro.
Not 50-50. Yeah, what a banger. That tune was banger. Yeah, that tune was banger.
That's when they really had the roads on Smash. I'm trying to think who else would be. So I've got Skepta, Gets. I'll put Gigs in there.
Ooh.
I'll put Gigs in there.
Yeah, Gigs is a must
I'll
though.
put Gigs in there because tying to what H was saying as well about like
The
just
road music,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
going to a certain place, innit?
Bruv.
Like
Yeah,
taking
he's taking
it to a certain
Yeah, he
place.
took it to
There
a
was a
certain
time
place.
period where like it felt like when Gigs come through, every ends had their own main rapper. Like whether they were stylistically different, but like they had their guy they were trying to really get behind. It felt like everyone was trying to rap then.
Mm.
I'm sure there were definitely guys that rapping. We had
Yeah, but
like
he pushed it
Brixton,
to the
PDC,
forefront.
and that doing their thing. Old school people like Poundstone. They had different generations and that. But
Poundstone.
after that, that just comes to the top of my head, innit? But like after that, when Gigs like come through talking the hardest,
Bruv,
He had
it's
a banger
crazy.
still.
Yeah, it's
you have to
crazy.
remember, bro, that's that tune's a freestyle, bro.
Yeah.
As in,
No chorus.
He's just barring.
Yeah.
On the Dre beat.
Yeah.
He's just
Who had
barring.
that song originally? It was Lloyd Banks, isn't it? They said.
Stats Quo.
Stat Quo.
Bro,
Stat
he's
Quo.
just barring. And
Lloyd
he made
Banks
a
had
banger.
Hot Nigga. Bobby
Yeah,
Smurda, that
yeah.
was it. Yeah.
And Bauer tried to say it.
What?
Said to him.
Yeah, no,
But you didn't make the hit, man.
It's
You
just
didn't make the hit.
it's just a freestyle. See, that marks a moment in time.
You're lit if you can like make a freestyle do that for your career.
Bro, I couldn't name more than 5 people that have done that.
Yeah.
Giggs is the first person I ever heard do that. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
He made people believe that was the original. Statquo can't play
Bro,
that
as far
no
as
more.
I'm concerned, it is.
Like, give me that.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine you had a tune on that beat?
In true
So we're talking about like
fashion.
flips, yeah. Gigs flipped that, innit?
In true, he didn't flip it. He took it.
Yeah.
In true Peknizzy fashion.
Come on. Pecknam the Nam. I love UK music, but that's just like my era, like robo.com, mediamassacre.net,
Space.
UK
50
overstood,
TV,
Spiff
Spiff
TV,
all of that.
the old school where like man look grey on the camera because night vision.
Yeah, fucking
vision,
hell.
bro.
They used to do that
And
still.
you see your brother's little brother in the
360p,
background.
bro. We suffered,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
truly suffered.
Yeah.
Man said
But it was authentic, bro.
Fam, we went from 360 to 480 to 720, yeah, to 1080p, yeah, and now you're getting 4K.
Bro, my
Bro,
phone-
we've been
my
through
phone
the
shoots in
trenches,
8K, bro.
cuz. Huh?
My phone shoots in 8K. I found out today.
Serious.
Swear down.
I saw something at 8K. I was like, rah.
Spielberg over there.
That's
bro.
it, yeah.
When phones first came on cameras, bro, it was crime watch scenes.
Yeah.
Analog.
Those is W. That's analog. Can we talk about our own rapper on our Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
This guy over here.
Oh shit!
This guy over here.
Can we introduce the pod first?
Oh, sorry. Hashtag off the cuff pod. Oh,
Come
hashtag
on.
off pod. We're back, bitches.
Come on,
You get me? Hit us with something, man.
get us with that.
Come on, do your job. Man.
Off the cuff of wine, baby.
I'll lock off this whole thing. You know?
Bro, do you know how many flipping sounds I sent this guy for like our soundboard, bro?
I'll lock
I
off
haven't even
this
heard.
thing.
I want to hear. I'm in severe pain. I can't turn this neck.
Do you know what? Yeah, I have to save him by name in it so I can remember.
Bro, I've
which-
said him
which
like
one's
6
which.
times, bro. I'm just waiting about to hit one. Because he's got the horn, he's got the off the cuff worldwide, baby. He's got 666. Use that one from time to time. What else you got there?
He likes that one.
Those are the ones that are like to the top left. They're his favourites. They're the ones just there. And that.
Obviously, when we're talking about Fols in a relationship, it's
So you see what it takes for me to get him to do his job. You see it? I've got to sacrifice myself for the content. See, there we go.
He's on a roll now.
Yeah, fuck off. Lock it off. If I smash the laptop. This is the last episode. But yeah, I want to say thanks to everyone that's been fucking with us. Last week listeners, long time listeners, first time listeners.
yes.
If you're listening for the first time, my name's Fols Forever.
I'm Mr. Vance.
We've got cameraman Sosa in the cut.
Yes.
We've got Almighty H in the cut as well.
In the building.
Houdini H with the velvet do-rag on.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do-rag on?
I came in and do rag, yeah.
No, bro, keep it on, bro. Because last week I was getting mentioned. I see your original do-rag on. Yeah.
What do you mean? Wait, I got it.
Keep the do-rag
Wait,
on.
wait, what's going on?
Keep the do-rag. The do-rag with the face mask. The streets are loving that. You not see bands on the Instagram and that doing influencer. I say, come on, my king.
I see your comment. I ignored it.
I know
You know what,
he's
yeah?
ignoring me. I know he's ignoring me.
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm leading people to the Off the Cuff page. Follow that on Instagram.
Come on, man.
At Off the Cuff Pod, innit?
Because do what you need to do to get these results, innit? It's all about branding, baby.
Off the Cuff
Yeah.
worldwide,
So I'm letting
baby.
you breathe for a week or two, but I'm gonna start running my agenda again in a couple weeks, innit? Yeah, I'm just letting you know ahead of time, innit?
Everyday agenda, you
Now
know.
just be prepared, innit? Because the streets believe it.
Now, they're starting to believe it, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
probably running with it, like.
He's like, what you saying? What you out here like that? And he's like asking me about Vans. I was like, ask him. There's nothing funnier than when one thing, yeah, asks me like, do you think he'll be attracted to me? I was like, I looked up and down, yeah.
Wait, what?
No, I looked up and down, yeah. And all I could say was like, are you buff? So if you're buff, he likes buff girls, innit? So she's like, yeah, I said then you'd be fine, man. Shoot your shot. and
What the fuck?
he knows I'm talking about as well.
It's the first time I've ever heard.
Don't you fucking lie, bro. don't sit and lie, bro. I'll say the name.
Hey,
anything to go viral. Desperation.
Oh, what, for clout in that? Yeah,
No,
you're trying to do the clout thing.
No clout thing.
Trying to get clout on my name, bro.
But enemies necessary, bro.